everybody. I'm Leora Sims. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a very special NewCrest lot showcase. And one of the reasons why this lot showcase is so special is because it is my first lot in NewCrest. And I just finished filming my Create a Sim showcase. Normally, I do the lot showcase bi-weekly. I do a Create a Sim showcase, and the next week is a lot showcase. But I'm filming the lot showcase early because I was just so excited to get into NewCrest building. I like old architecture, so this lot is meant to have an old world classic feel to it. And I'll get more into that a little later. This is a library, and it is the first library that I built in The Sims 4. I love libraries, I love bookstores, I love books. So I thought that it would be great if my first library was built for NewCrest. Because, as I just said, I have never built until last week a library in The Sims 4. I will be building another library for NewCrest because you might like my building, but it may not be your style. I realize that a lot of Sim fans are also fans of a modern style. And a lot of the builds I've seen for NewCrest have been modern style, and a lot of the builds I've seen for NewCrest are not community lots, but houses. So I thought that, for that reason, I wanted to start with a community lot. I'm just going to go into build mode to show you what the roof looks like, because it's easier for me to show you the roof in build mode with the aid of the picture than it is for me to do top up to top down because of my eyes. So there's the roof. And as you can see, this is called NewCrest Town Library 1. And I named it NewCrest Town Library 1 because I plan on building another library for NewCrest. But if you want this on the gallery, it's known as NewCrest Town Library 1. Of course, in-game, it's just known as NewCrest Town Library. I built this lot last week in Willow Creek because I knew what the lot sizes were. I was not one of the builders who was asked to build for NewCrest, but once it was discovered that we were getting a new world, or a new neighborhood. Some simmers announced it, and they introduced builds, and everybody's doing it now. But I found out what the lot sizes were by going to Sims VIP, and once I found out the lot sizes and wrote them down, I started planning my NewCrest and the way I would like to play it. So this is the library for NewCrest that I would use just because I like old architecture. And I'm here with Rachel, who will be touring the library with you today. And Rachel is the sim that I just filmed for my Create a Sim showcase. So now that you've seen the outside and the door, I'm going to put the walls down slightly because I still want you to be able to see the wall coloring. So Rachel is going in. No, now she's talking to her friend.
Seneca
Rachel?
Belindi. Wabarani Zimze.
Go
Bayumi.
in
Just
together.
vaccine.
There you go. Go in with your soon-to-be friend.
George.
Woo! Sarpava. Ah, dag.
Okay, so Rachel, you can stop talking to this person because you have a lot to showcase.
Grabulhina. Delso. Tribs.
So as you
Eva.
can see,
Himna Fazib. Pongi de Fui Nudge.
this library is very
Bula
busy.
Shaka Teed.
Number one, and when your sim enters this library, there is the chess table. And there are 4 bookcases on this lot. This lot was built only with base game items. I was very tempted to use get to work items because I love the doors with get to work, and it seemed to fit this library, so I may do a renovation, but I wanted to stick to base game because NewCrest is a free neighborhood, and if you have the base game, all you have to do is update it, and you will have NewCrest because it was given to us on June 11th, 2015 in a patch for free. And I am very impressed with it.
Liza. Sigluna. Bouchard. Illinois.
Here is supposed to be the librarian's desk. I didn't want to put too much clutter. Actually, no clutter here because I wanted it to seem like the librarian takes a lot of pride in the library and wouldn't want to have clutter around. So the librarian takes very good care of this old library. You have two seats here to sit and read. And over here, you have a nice little study area.
So,
Zisamba.
Hinaru Chisapa. Brinia Hispalit.
Chedjasa. Chimapojos.
You have two computers here, which your Sims can get to. Then you have two desks over here, which is used very often for homework. I just wanted some nice, plain desk for your child Sims or teenage Sims to go and do their homework. So I did not forget to put computers there. And this is the first study area. There's also a computer upstairs. This is the first restroom, and there's a restroom also upstairs. Let me just have Rachel come into this restroom. And put the walls. I hope I can put them up slightly. Yes. So here are the walls of this very compact bathroom. But for some reason I like the shape of it. And yes, there is a window in here, but I put the window very high up because I don't use curtains. I have a tendency not to use windows in community lots in looking into bathrooms because window coverings can be a little bit tricky for me. So you just have your mirror and your sink and a nice toilet. This is a pretty good toilet and sink, so your Sims will probably not have to repair the library toilet, which is always a good thing. I don't mind if Sims repair their own toilets. I just don't think that they should have to repair them on community lots. And I try to be realistic in my gameplay and tell very neat stories, and I just don't think that it looks very nice to have my Sim fixing a community lot toilet. Unless my Sim was a plumber, I don't have a problem with that. If there was a career in The Sims 4 to be a plumber, I would have no problem with that. That would make sense, but just a regular customer coming in to use the bathroom and having to fix the toilet, that doesn't make much sense to me. So I try on community lots to use very expensive toilets. And now Miss Rachel here can go upstairs.
Oh.
This room that Rachel just exited is the second restroom. So we'll have Rachel go back into this room. And it's basically the same type of bathroom, same toilet, same sink, just different wall covering. And there's a very specific reason why I designed the top part of the building this way, and I'll get into that in a moment. And as you can see, there is another computer
Oh. Mwah.
Ah, Ina.
here. So if your sim just needs some quiet and the downstairs part of the library gets too noisy, they can come over here in what I would like to call a study room and just practice writing or do whatever they want up here. It's a very small space, I realize that. And the reason why I put the bathroom where it is because I didn't want it to look like there was a door going into the bathroom that you could see from the front of the building. I believe when you look at the front of a building, you should only be able to see windows. And when I originally built that bathroom, my sim couldn't get up to the bathroom because there was not a door in a decent place. But when I put the door in a decent place, I realized that if the walls were up, you could see a door sticking out, and I wanted you to only be able to see windows. So I made this little computer nook for that reason. So you enter the bathroom, and then you have this little room over here, and this little room has a window, and as you can see, I believe I put extra walls so that you would not see, it would be impossible for you to see any doors leading to this bathroom, because that really bothered me. I don't think that you would look up in any building and see the door to the bathroom upstairs. And so that's why I built this little enclosure. and I'm sorry if you find the placement of the bathroom annoying, but it was a way for me to hide the bathroom door and to make sure that there were plenty of windows for this particular building. I felt that windows in this particular building were very important because it's a very old school building, and I was going for a certain feel. Now I'm gonna send Rachel downstairs and outside.
Vanessa?
Oh, Saboma.
Now, as you can see outside, I have a card table. And don't worry, this is not custom content. This came with the base game. The first time I saw this card table, I thought it may be custom content, and I made a comment on somebody's video. Actually, it was Jessa from the Jessa channel. If you haven't seen her videos, check them out. They're wonderful, and she does Skyrim, and she does a lot of Sims too. And she tried out the Sims 4, and she built this beautiful little cottage, and she used and her cottage is on the gallery. If you want to watch that video, I could find it for you and link it in the description. And then you can go download her cottage because she'll tell you in the video what it's called and everything. But it was a beautiful little cottage, and she used this card table. And I made a comment, where'd you get something like, where'd you get the card table? Is it custom content? Because I know that she is a person who loves to use custom content, and I don't. I love Jessa, but I don't love custom content. I, I've said this before that I love custom content creators, and sometimes I really wish for custom content, but I'm just too scared to use it. I'm scared it will slow down my game or ruin my game, and it's just not worth the aggravation for me if I get a bad piece of custom content. That's not to say that the custom content will necessarily be bad, because the custom content creators are very, very creative and very, very good at what they do. But I'm just nervous about it. It's a personal choice, and I'm sorry if that offends anyone. I don't want to offend any custom content creators at all. You're awesome. Um, So here is the card table, and here are some chairs you can sit outside. I wanted this to have a very relaxed, very European feel to it as well. Um, I wanted your Sims to be able to buy a Starbucks or something, because you can put shops in any of the Sims 4 worlds, including NewCrest. And I thought to myself, what if there was a Starbucks or a tea shop next door to the library? Well, wouldn't a lot of people love to buy a tea or a coffee and come to the library and sit outside and read their book? And that would be nice and neat, because if you read your books outside with a cup of coffee, there is no spillage or anything, or, you know, you would assume that people would clean up after themselves um, in the outdoors, but that it would be much more dangerous to to have coffee or tea indoors because of computers and whatnot. But I thought this was a nice little area, and this is what I dreamed up, and this is why I wanted to build this lot, and I did build this library on a 40 by 30 lot. And if you've been watching my channel for, I would say, the past 2 months, you probably have heard of my friend Rachel. This is the sim self of my friend Rachel, and my friend Rachel's friend has who I talk about in my videos is from the city of Antwerp in Belgium, and Belgium is by a river. So I couldn't make a river in Newcrest, so I went with a fountain. I was going to use the pool tool, but then I thought, I really don't want Sims to swim in the pool. I just want the look of the water. And so I built this fountain right in the middle here, because I wanted it to look kind of like a river, I guess. I mean, you can't, as I said, you can't make rivers in The Sims 4, but I really wish you could. And I wanted this, and I also wanted it to look like it had a fountain, because there are a lot of fountains in Europe that I've seen, and I just love the way these particular fountains work. This is the first time that I've used these particular fountains. I built the fountain, and then I was very particular in choosing how I wanted the water to look. And I just think it looks beautiful, because Antwerp, Belgium is a port town. It's got a very big port there. I mean, very, very nice port there, and it was important for me to have that water surrounding this lot, even though I couldn't create a river in The Sims 4. maybe the Sims team will be able to create something that looks like a river. Because if they can do that, I will be very, very, very thrilled. But because I had an idea about what this lot was supposed to look like, and I wasn't sure at the time what NewCrest was going to look like, the first thing I did when my game updated was I went and searched for the perfect lot to place this building on. And I was lucky because I found the perfect lot right away. And I placed this library on a lot in NewCrest called Rippling Flats. So, in my opinion, the best place for this particular lot is Rippling Flats in NewCrest. After I toured the neighborhoods, I chose this spot, Rippling Flats, for the placement of the library in my town. And I will go upstairs in the library one more time to show you why. Let me just take Miss Rachel here and go upstairs with Rachel. And show you exactly why I think that this particular lot was the perfect spot in NewCrest for this particular building. I felt that it fit the way I built the building. And when Rachel, I'm sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied today. When Rachel gets up here, I will show you exactly why. So, as you can see, you have a lot of windows on this top floor. So that your Sims could look out at the views. And let me show you what the views are. Here is NewCrest. If you look out to where one of the Caliente sisters are, in fact, let's give her a friendly introduction. No, let's not give her a friendly introduction. Let's just get her out of here. And we do that by saying we want to browse the web. And then my Sim can sit where Miss Caliente wants to sit.
Ah.
Okay. Now she doesn't really have to do anything, but I wanted you guys to see the view. So out here, you have this desk and very nice little study area, and you have windows to look out of. And when your Sim looks out the window, what does your Sim see? this beautiful, beautiful water in NewCrest. And there is my first really nice fountain. I think this is the second fountain that I built in The Sims 4, but this fountain I'm really proud of. But the reason I chose this particular spot, I knew that I needed a 40 by 30 lot, but there are a few, I believe, in NewCrest, and so I had a few 40 by 30s to choose from, and I chose this one because of that beautiful water that we have in NewCrest that I wish that we could swim in, or that your Sims could swim in, but right now we cannot. But when swimming comes back, I'm sure a lot of people will be using NewCrest to swim in because look at that water. It's so beautiful. And even though I was not able to create a river currently, for right now, this building, I believe, looks best in NewCrest in this spot because of that gorgeous, gorgeous water. So I wanted it to look like a very old-fashioned library in a seaport town, and I believe that I accomplished that for now as much as I can with what The Sims 4 currently gives us.
Dad. Yes. Well, these can fall. Ah.
Let me put the walls back up. Find where Rachel is. And Rachel is here, walking over to the card table, which she cannot use right now because there's nobody to play cards with, I don't think. But as you can see, she's looking right at the fountain, and beyond that is the beautiful water. And I just think that NewCrest is a gorgeous world, and it's gorgeous, despite the fact that it was free. It's really quite beautiful, and it would be a real treat to be able to let your Sims swim in the Sims 4 water because it's just beautiful. Let me go into build mode again, and I will show you what the lot looks like in all different times of day. I did put a lot of outside lots. I'm sorry, I'm so tongue-tied today. Outside lights because I like to be able to play in my lots even at night, and it's very dark for me. So I put a lot of lights inside as well as outside. This is the lot in the afternoon. This is the evening. It would be a lot darker without the outside lights. And I use the base game flower pole lights because that seemed to be the best to use. I was tempted to use one of the lights we got from Get to Work, but I didn't. This is night. This is morning. And this is afternoon again. And my name on the gallery is Leora 18. And again on the gallery, this is called NewCrest Town Library 1. And NewCrest I made one word. A lot of people make NewCrest one word, but I was tempted to spell NewCrest using 2 words. So this is NewCrest, one word, Town Library 1. And I hope that you really enjoy it. And I placed it on the lot called Rippling Flats, and that's spelled RIPPING space FLATS. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this particular lot and the video, and rest assured that the next time I build a library, I will be building a section for kids to play in. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Remember to stay tuned, subscribe, like, and be happy.